Rock 100.5 The KATT. We are live, Rocklahoma 2018, Day 3. Our coverage here at Rocklahoma brought to you by Rock and Brews Restaurant. Eat, drink, rock on. Umbrella Vapor and Oklahoma RV Center and more, home of the no dock fees. We're sitting here in our KATT booth with Kevin Martin from Candlebox. How are you, sir?
This lovely air-conditioned KATT booth.
It's not, it's like redneck air conditioning. we just zip tie some fans to the
Swap
ceiling.
cooler somewhere around here. What's going on?
We got like a box fan in the rafters, and it's, we do what we can.
If you don't, there's no way you would survive. It gets brutally hot here.
Yeah. It's crazy. How you guys doing, man?
We're doing well. We're hanging in there. Day 3, so we're a little exhausted, but we're making through.
Oh, I bet. I don't know how y'all do this.
I don't either. Actually,
it's easy for us. We pop in, we pop out.
The day after we get back, we're all texting each other, going, "We're not doing that again." Like I'm never doing this.
Well, who's going into the office the day after you get back?
I have to.
Jesus.
Yeah, we all have to. It's
unfortunate, but there is no days off. You just go.
For some people, for some reason, people still want the radio to be on regardless.
That's weird.
It's just
thank God.
Yeah, well, that's
Jesus.
true. Yes, absolutely. I think anytime anybody wants anything at this point, if you get a distorted guitar, we just have to be thancful for anything we can get.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming.
So let's talk about Candlebox and what you guys have going on.
Well, 25th anniversary of the debut album in July. So we got 2 shows in Seattle with the original lineup. We're going to play the record from top to bottom, song 1 to 12. 2 nights there at the Paramount. So that's Pete, Barty, Scott, and myself, which is super exciting.
How many years has it been since you've done an original lineup show like that?
11.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 years. Barty left in 2007. He passed the bar for his law degree and became an attorney. So he left the band, and then Scott left in 2013. Pete left in 2015. So yeah, I'm still holding it down, bro.
Now, are the new guys intimidated by of worried for their gigs if you're playing with the original lineup again and like?
No.
They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, because they know why.
Yeah.
They know why. No, I mean, listen, they're all great players as well. So, look, Pete is hands down the greatest guitar player I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. But musicians move on with their careers and their lives, and he's got 2 kids. He's got a great production team down in Florida that he's producing bands with. So, he's got his life, and these guys know what their gig is, and they're great players, and they deliver it pretty much just like Pete, Barty, and Scott did. So, I got no complaints.
Nice.
I've seen you several times with several different versions of the lineup, and every time it's a kick-ass rock and roll show. If you walk in the door and you just pay attention and watch the show, you're going to want to stay there and enjoy it. So the lineup hasn't really mattered to me that much. It's all about the songs.
I said it a million times. I forget what the saying is, but it's not a sum of its parts. It's about the whole. And that's what Candlebox was. We were the most faceless rock band out of Seattle. Most faceless band to have a hit record back in 1992 or 93 rather. So, for us, I think our fans just love the songs. You have that 1% who knows that Pete's not there, or Barty or Scott, and I can appreciate their love of that original lineup. But really, our fans just love the songs, like you said, and whoever's playing it, I guess maybe as long as I'm singing it, that's what matters to them. I don't really know what that is, but I'm just glad I get to come here and play. People still want to see us do our thing.
I'll let you know if I ever see Candlebox with a different lead singer. I'll tell you how he is.
Yeah, yeah, please do. I'll give you my phone number, man. You can call me. Let me know.
I want to know when you're gonna do another Hiwatts record.
The Hiwatts.
I loved it, man.
We have 22 songs sitting on a hard drive that we keep swearing we're going to make another record. Adam, my bass player with Candlebox is the original bass player for the Hiwatts, and we keep swearing that we're going to do it. And we listened to him the other day, and he's like, God, man, these songs are so relevant right now. We got to get in there. So I don't know, man. it's hard because I got a kid and my wife, and she's got a business, and I work for her business, and so I've got that, and I've got Candlebox, and people are asking me all the time about the Gracious Few. Are we going to do another record? So if I can squeeze in the time without my wife killing me, I could do it. But she doesn't understand this lifestyle, and I respect that. I respect my son, I respect her, and I respect the family. So I don't know, man. I'd love to, but like I said, we got those songs sitting there. We got to do something with them.
I want to hear it because I was a big fan when that record came out. Tonally, the landscape in music now, everybody's putting out vinyl. It's just the perfect climate for that sound.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So, how old's your son?
He's 10.
10 years old.
Yeah.
I've got 2 little boys, a 5-year-old and a 9-month-old, and I just want 5 minutes alone.
Yep.
Just 5 seconds.
Yep. Not possible.
No. Not happening.
Now, does your son, is he impressed by the musician thing, or does he not care?
He does care. He does love it. He comes to the shows, and he's a musician, which kind of concerns me. I don't want him to have this lifestyle.
So follow in these footsteps.
But he does School of Rock, and he loves it. He's a big fan of Post Malone and the mumble rap, if that's what you want to call it, or what I'll call it.
That makes me so sad.
I know, but he loves Led Zeppelin. He loves the Strokes. He's into it. So I'm cool with it. We get in the car. He tells me what to put on. I play it, and it's always good music. So I'm happy to say he's got good taste.
Nice.
Yeah, but he does love it. He comes to see the shows, and he's totally happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Speaking of Zeppelin,
Yeah.
we were just talking about Greta Van Fleet.
Yep.
And we were discussing how Greta Van Fleet came out and said that they weren't really aware of Led Zeppelin or realized that they sounded like Led Zeppelin, which I think is complete BS. If you play guitar and you're in a rock band, you've heard
Regardless
of
of how
Led
old you are.
Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And then when you see them and you listen to them, you've got to be high as hell to tell me that you've never heard Led Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Wrong. I disagree with that.
I'm with you on that. Listen, great players. I'm happy for them that they're having the success they're having because every kid dreams of that. But I'm not going to listen to it. And they have every right to do what they're doing. But like you said, just to be honest,
Just own it.
when that video came out of them covering Led Zeppelin, and they're like, oh, I think they even said we didn't know that was Led Zeppelin. And I know you have a father who listened to Led Zeppelin. My dad listened to Led Zeppelin. He was born in 1922. I know this. I grew up on it. And I think every kid in his right mind knows who Led Zeppelin is.
One of those kids in that band have bought a guitar or an instrument or a cable or something at Guitar Center and seen a Led Zeppelin shirt
Yep.
or a vinyl and knew what it was.
Yep.
Total bull.
Yeah. They're not watching Wayne's World and not understanding the No Stairway to Heaven joke.
Exactly. Exactly. That's awesome. I love that scene.
No, it's great. Yeah.
So after the 25th anniversary stuff, new music from Candlebox?
Yeah, we've got an EP. We got 12 songs. We're not going to do a full length record. We're going to do an EP first. I don't know when it's coming out. Maybe end of summer, early fall. We're independent now, so we release them how we want to release them.
Are you going to do the crowdfunding thing again?
I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't like it for what it does to the fans, and I don't like the fulfillment element of it. It's really difficult. Even if you have a fulfillment team, somebody doesn't get what they ordered and they're pissed at you, and it's just like, I'll pay for the record myself, and I'd much rather put it out there for free on what is it, Bandcamp?
Bandcamp, sure.
Just put it out there. If you want to donate money. Go ahead. I'd much rather do that, and it doesn't cost that much to make a record anymore,
Right.
I make enough money where I can pop into the studio and afford $500 a day for a week. Thank God I have that kind of money because I get to play shows like this. But the crowdfunding thing I think is difficult. It's not that it's not great. The interaction with the fans and allowing them to be a part of it, but I think it's kind of gone overboard now, and it's a little crazy. A lot of my favorite bands are doing it, which I don't understand because I know you've got money,
Right.
but you don't want to pay for it yourself. Okay.
I mean, it's on some level, it's kind of just the same as doing a pre-order, and I think some bands kind of treat it that way. But yeah, I see what you're saying for sure.
The fulfillment's difficult, man. Drum
Yeah.
heads, sticks, guitar picks, pictures, posters, T-shirts, vinyl.
Handwritten lyrics.
I don't have time to go to the bathroom, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Handwritten lyrics. Swear to God, that was the dumbest thing. People far behind. Okay, there's like 8,000 words in that song. I got to number 10. I was like crippled. My hand was like this. I was like, who?
You're not even going to be able to play guitar after that.
No, man. And by the way, that's not the original lyric. I still have those from that first album. I'm not letting those go.
Right.
I've got that whole book of lyrics.
I can tell that's 2001 stock paper. That's not 1990s paper.
Exactly. But, listen, I know everybody wants those lyrics and stuff. I can appreciate it. I did the other one where it's like I did songs for people, for Christmas, and that was really hard. I was stupid. I was like, God, I can't do 50 of these things, I was exhausted, man. And I appreciate people wanting it, and I'm happy you love my music, but I'm just too old for this shit, man.
Right.
Excuse me. I'm
you're good. You're good.
Beep that out. Whoop.
The crowdfunding thing is something when it first came out I was really excited for because it was so brand new and it did provide an interactive element for the fan that wasn't there before.
Yep.
But a lot of my friends who are in bands have told me the same thing, that the fulfillment end of it is a complete and total nightmare.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's a whole nother full-time job for somebody.
Yeah.
And on a similar note, you're talking about interactive with the fans. Are you doing like the paid meet and greets and stuff before the shows?
We aren't doing those. No, we're doing them for Seattle, the VIP experience thing, just because it's the original lineup. But
Right.
we did those a couple years ago, and I don't like taking money that way. We also don't do buy-ons. Bands when they want to tour with us, we don't do buy-ons. We pick the bands we want to take out, and most of the time we pay them, so they can make a living, get to and from the show,
When did you make that decision to not do buy-ons?
I think it was 2008. We found out that a band that we took out was paying us $1,000 a show, and I was just fully not cool with that. I went to my manager. I said, you need to run this stuff by us because this is not how we started. Rush paid us when we opened for them. Living Colour paid us when we opened for them, and they took us because they liked our music. So I'd say it was probably around 2008. We obviously didn't do it in the 90s because I don't think it existed.
It didn't
back
exist,
then.
yeah. It was a 2000s thing that kind of came about.
We stopped doing it right then, and we ended up giving the band their money back.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever heard you say, and the fact that you hand select the bands and pay them speaks volumes for your integrity.
Well, like I said, man, thank you. It just comes from what happened with us. It's about having people see music that you love. Why would you take out a band you don't like just so they can pay for your tour bus? It's just, I think it's wrong. And whoever's doing it, that's, your thing, whatever, but we just don't do it.
I think it's really cool, man.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming by.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
It's always great to talk to you.
It's always a pleasure, fellas.
I always look forward to seeing Candlebox roll through Oklahoma.
Thank you, dude.
Rocklahoma.
We need to play the Cain's Ballroom again, though, man.
Dude, okay. So the
love
first
that
time
place.
I met you was at the Cain's Ballroom.
Yep.
Out front with Jeff Shell.
Yep. How was Jeff?
He's doing great, man. Still
That's
in
awesome.
Oklahoma City.
God bless him.
Works his butt off. I get to see him like once every 6 months.
Good dude, man.
Dude, Jeff's a great guy.
Yep.
Well, Kevin, kick ass on stage tonight, and I
We'll
look
try,
forward
baby.
to it.
It's a short set. 35 minutes. Wham, bam. Thank you, man.
Well, you won't want to be out there anymore because it's so hot.
Dude.
You
We
better-
played Dallas yesterday, man. Whew.
Outdoors.
Yep. Starplex.
Oh, right in the sun.
Yeah. Hot.
God almighty. Are you going to watch anybody while you're here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Who-
I'm excited to see everybody. I'm excited to see Kiefer.
Dude, I haven't seen him in probably 5 years, and that was the first time I'd ever got to see him. And
Yeah.
I was just like with my jaw on the ground.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That dude's, and the record he put out a couple years ago
Yep.
was fantastic.
Stellar. Lizzie, of course, Hailstorm. I'm so happy to be playing with Cheap Trick. I just love them so much, and it's a good day. 10 years. I'm happy to see them play today because I have not seen them. They played yesterday with us, but we didn't get to watch. We're doing all the interviews and stuff. But I think they're a great band, and I'm happy that they've had the success they've had too. I think that's a really good band that people need to be paying attention to.
Brian just stopped by about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And that's another one of those bands that it's a must-see.
Yeah, great performer.
Well, Kevin, have a good one.
Will do.
We'll talk to you again soon.
you,
Hopefully
my
you'll
man.
roll through Oklahoma City, or
Indeed.
I'll meet you at the Cain's Ballroom.
I hope so.
There we go.
Rocklahoma 2018, Kevin Martin from Candlebox.